Hey y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come spend some time with us today. We're doing a little work outside on this beautiful November morning. We're gonna work on our winter chicken coop. This is something we built this years ago, not knowing any better. We've decided we're gonna extend it so we can keep our chickens that we usually move around the pasture here for the winter, to let them help us make some compost. We don't know how this is gonna turn out. Probably not gonna get done today. We're just gonna see how it goes.
So my plan is gonna be to move this house over that way 8 more feet. And that's gonna keep us out of that drainage ditch right there. We've got enough room that it's not gonna be in the way if we move it out that far. I wanna keep the outside run the same width as what it already is. But while we're doing all this today, I think we're just going to try to make it bigger. And we're going to put a top on it, but it's going to be more like an A-frame top that we can hopefully walk under. That's the goal anyways. I have somewhat of a plan laid out in my head of how I'm going to do it. But I really just want to go ahead and start at it and just see how things start coming together once I put pieces in there. And we've done, the bad part is these were nesting boxes. Well, where we've been using this as a brooder house, I hope we can train them to lay eggs in that house over there, because it's still got the nesting boxes in it. This, we've actually screwed this down tight, took the little dividers out for the nesting boxes and everything, and just got it open where it's inside. Like I said, so it would make a better brooder. So it's going to be going back to a chicken house now. So I don't know. We may end up having to build some nesting boxes in there.
Yeah, we'll just see.
But I think the way I've got this built, I hope at least it works out this way anyways, that I can unscrew up and down this side right here and on the other side and be able to take my forks on the tractor and pick this thing up and set it out of the way. I guess the thing we need to do is get started on it.
Yep. I hope it don't fall apart when you go to pick it up.
Well, if it does, you know what we'll do?
Build another one?
No, we'll just scrap this project for today and move on to something else. Wonder if that's all. I don't know if there's any buried up under there or not. It don't look like it. Well, that should be all that holds this side. I'm gonna go do the same to the other side.
All right.
Can you hold these?
At least they're the thing.
One fail.
What?
Do what?
At least they're the thing.
That wall was gonna fall.
I know. I thought I had that tied together somehow, but evidently I don't.
Glue that back together right there. You can.
Here, Maggie.
What is that, Daddy? This thing's gonna squish it.
So I have a question.
What?
Would it be easier to just find somewhere else for this house and make it to where we just roll that house in there?
Now you're thinking.
See what I'm saying? We could just move this house
Hey, Daddy.
and roll this house. You're just gonna have to make it, you'd have to make it wide enough we could get it in there.
Daddy, you know what?
And just roll it in there, and then there's your chicken house.
And that would help a lot too, because at that point I could drive in and out of there with the tractor.
Yeah, because if it's wide enough for that, it's wide enough for the tractor.
Well, I would make it big enough to where I could come in on the end.
Just somewhere in a...
Yeah, and just completely get rid of this house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe we don't need a house for our chicks.
Yeah,
Well,
but I'm saying sit it somewhere else.
Well, if we're not using this for our egg chickens, that would leave it freed up all the time.
All the time for chicks.
So whenever we did have new meat chickens come in, we could use it.
Yeah.
Well, if we do that, then That would make this job 10 times easier if we do that.
All right, let's
Because
do it.
I hadn't even thought about that. I was just planning on using the houses that was there.
It just come to me because I was looking at how wide this was, and I was like, well, we could just roll that
in your pocket.
in here.
I don't have no pockets.
I don't see no issue with that.
No, and what we could do on the end,
And then there goes your issue with them laying and stuff too. They already know to go in their little house.
well, what we could do on the end is make it where the, instead of having like a tall walk-in door, we could make 2 tall walk-in doors. One fold this way, one fold this way. And that would open it up. And, you know, if you're just walking in there, you could just open up one of them.
Right.
But when you want to get the coop in and out and the tractor in and out, you'd fold both of them open.
That way we could get our beautiful dirt out of here.
I may end up needing to kind of redo what my plan was for this. I hope I have the right the right wood and all that I need. So, because I didn't even, like I said, I didn't even think about that.
Well, I didn't think about it till just now.
Because I was just thinking about using these houses for them. But that's a brilliant idea.
Oh, you think I'm brilliant?
And you know, the other good thing about that is, instead of having their poop fall inside of one of these houses when they're roosting, it'll still be in here.
It'll still be in here where it needs to be. Look at there.
All right, Jacob, you can go crank that tractor now and well, we got to put the forks on it, so we'll go over there and unhook. There you go. Keep going it. Go down. Down. Whoa! What happened? Did you slide off the seat? All right, now pick up slowly. You got it now. We're probably gonna have to, I'm not sure my forks are long enough, so we might have to put a strap around it and tie it to it so it don't twist off the forks.
Okay.
That thing's heavy.
It does look a lot better without this.
It does. Looks so much bigger without it there. I won't lie, I ain't personally liked it ever since it's been there. So I'm glad it's gone. Glad you come up with this idea here.
What?
Are we going like move it today, Daddy?
Yep, there was still one screw.
It just depends on if we get done.
Yeah, I highly doubt we get done with this today. So,
I think it should still come out the same amount through here.
what are you talking about?
Same length you was aiming to come out, even though we're not going to have that house.
Well, we just won't have, all right, so you want to go, that would be 16 foot.
Because you was counting the house.
Because I was counting the house. The house was right at 8 foot.
Just so they have plenty of room. Because they're going to be locked up in there for the most part.
Yeah, we need to, I guess we can scoop that out and just dump it on top of that compost pile over there. You know what, Megan?
What?
I might have just completely changed my way of thinking on it anyway.
Why?
Why don't we just, instead of doing A-frame like we originally thought, I originally said I was going to do, why can't I just add to the sides and make it taller and then we just put wire across the top of it? Does it even need the wire across the top? It does? They don't have wire across the top out there?
Well, that's true.
The only thing I could see is maybe a coon
That's
climb
what I
over
was
that
thinking.
wire and get in there.
That's what I was thinking.
But I mean,
Because
if,
they're going to be stationary here
Is this a worm or is this
and no power.
yeah, so I guess we kind of got to,
Mom, is this a worm or is this
That's a worm.
that's a worm. I guess we got to have a little bit more level of security here than what we would
Yeah.
anywhere else.
Just because the coon pressure is so bad here.
But is it bad up here?
It could be.
We don't know
Unless they
because we've
figure it
always
out.
had power around it.
Yeah.
Well, darn.
worm?
I always do something to make myself more work. You ain't heavy enough, are you?
Me to unhook his son.
Tilt them out a little more. All right, come on in. Back up a little bit. Pick it up. Tilt it. You got it. Hold up.
Yep, you did good. Watch out, Maggie.
That house there just about rotted too.
Yeah. Pretty sure the door's gone.
The door.
I mean the ramp. That's still under there a little bit, but it's got nails sticking
Well, that ramp wasn't even treated.
See, it's got nails
I
sticking.
just made it out of some untreated stuff.
Well, can I just pull it off? So you
Sure.
can put you another one on there. Because look, it's got screws sticking up out of it.
It's gone. You know now, I wish I'd have known I was going to do this because I would have bought posts to put out there on the end instead of
You
just having this framed up.
you ain't got no little post, do you?
I don't know. I might have some 4x4 posts. I'll have to go look. The bad thing is we're sitting like this. So
Right.
this slopes this way. So this side's taller. So without me just digging all that out there, one door's going to have to sit higher than the other for it to swing open.
But how you
You
gonna
know what
run
I mean?
over that?
Huh?
How you gonna run over that with a tractor?
What do you mean run over it? I ain't gonna run over the door.
Oh, you won't run over the bottom part?
Yeah, they won't be able to have nothing to tie them together. That's why I said I wish I had posts. As y'all know, complete change of plans from what we started with first thing this morning here. But I found 2 posts here. One of them's still in really good shape, and this one's a little bit rough. I mean, but it's solid though. So I can't remember where I pulled it from, but it had rotted off at the ground wherever it came from. But everywhere, the rest above ground, it's still really solid. So I think it'll still work for what we're going to do. We're going to put a post here, and then we'll fence from there over to that. Then we're going to put a post here and go across. And on this end of it, we're going to try to build some type of door system. I don't know how exactly we'll do that yet, but I at least want to get the post in the ground and get all this built back that way, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do for the doors. You know what I could do, Megan, is build an end. Since I'm only going to go in there like maybe once a year anyways, well, I'll still have to have a way to get the wood chips in it, but I don't know. I was thinking we're only going to go in there like once a year. Just build an end on the end of it and have it screwed to it, and that way when we want to get in there, we just unscrew it, set it to the side, and then I don't have to worry about building doors on a hillside.
Right.
Like on a slope.
That's true.
So that might be what we do. I don't know. I think we'll get the posts in the ground and get all this built. Then I can see how that looks. Huh?
There you go.
That's probably plenty deep. I messed up. I should have dug this bottom one first. Where's the bottom marker? Where's the bottom marker? There it is.
There you go. Go down.
Straight.
You ain't straight.
Back up and pull up.
There you go.
Man, she's gonna suck me down in there. Golly, that bit digs. I don't use this little one much.
You can see how bright red dirt we have here.
Yes,
When you dig a
shines,
hole
don't
like
it?
that.
Hold that up there. We got 6 foot sticking out of the ground right there. That's about what we want, so we can walk under there.
Yeah.
That's probably about all it's gonna need to go, but you can take another. We ain't got to go much out of this one over here. You come over here and take a couple scoops out of this one.
Okay.
But Jacob, it's probably on the same area where these post hole diggers came from. All right, Maggie, that's probably enough.
Good job.
Oh man, I see a little bit on the side.
It's okay.
Look out.
Oh yeah, we didn't really. So we didn't go down much at all. It'd be hard if it's a little bit too tall. I'll just cut it off.
Right.
There you go. That's nearly. I trying to move.
This will be one of those situations where I'll have to fold the roll bar down
Yeah.
to get in here, but
That'd be all
it'll
right.
still be better than having to do it with a wheelbarrow on it, a wheelbarrow on a shovel.
Yeah. Here, you want me to?
No, I got it.
I like tampon post.
You do?
Yeah. Satisfying.
Well, then have at it, because I don't like it.
My arms will get tired after a little bit, but
And that red clay's gonna pack up hard if you get it tamped good. I just want to check the height of it.
It's easier than that one.
What's the matter?
Wobbling. Hey, don't break it.
We might have messed up
why?
because we need it 6 foot high at the shortest point. You know, I'm gonna put my roof on it level. Well, it ain't roof, but the top wires will be level. So that one's only just a few inches longer than 6. By the time I come up here, it's gonna be too short. We need this post down
need a
there,
long post.
and that one up here.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't think of that before.
It's tamped in the ground.
Why don't we push it over?
Luckily, it hadn't got tamped in there very good yet.
Right.
We just have to clean that hole back out.
Try again. Attempt number 2.
Yep. Now,
Holding this one.
Don't you need to measure that one before we do anything with this one?
no, we can go ahead and bury this and then I'll just cut it off.
That one is
Once it's, now that it's already in there.
Okay.
We're gonna let both hold it.
Well, you can't let it move. This thing is as heavy as you are.
Can I try it?
All right.
I can do it.
Good job.
That thing's heavier than the post.
All right.
It ain't heavy. No, it ain't.
These posts probably ain't gonna be square, but at least they'll be straight.
Tell me when to put the dirt in.
Well, hold on a minute. I did think we need to measure 8 foot between here and there and make sure it should be right, but let's make sure.
Okay, tape measure.
Hold that over there to outside of the post.
Right here?
Outside.
Right here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The 8 foot?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
All right, watch out.
I got Toby.
Now come back. Come back. Put the level back up there. I had to move it. It wasn't right.
I do some too.
Mama come tan pissing just a little, and I'll come put more dirt in that hole. But yeah, I'll have to get it completely leveled up once she gets a little dirt around it.
Hey, look, and then if you extend this, you have more places to put pots. There you go.
That's what we need, something else to water. That thing's tight.
Of course it is. You know who did it?
Me. To figure out where we're gonna cut that post off,
You're gonna have to go straight across from this.
yeah,
one.
we'll go ahead and screw a 2x4 to this, level it, and then I'll mark it over there.
All right. What do you want me to do?
Hold it. Come here.
You know that I'm a midget, right?
You can't hold up there?
Look at this. You think I look?
You need a ladder.
Can I back the Kubota down here? I can stay on the back of it.
Don't let me hit it. Is that low enough for you to get in?
I think so.
I was like, well, what am I saying? Y'all guys doing to my land?
What are y'all doing to my land?
That looks good.
Now, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to hold this like this.
All right. Now, this is the question here, if I'm tall enough to do this.
What do you want me to do? I can look at it.
Oh my, that's gonna be tall. Somebody didn't measure right.
Why?
These posts are too close up at the top. They're right down there. I guess it may have just a little bit of a bow in them. I mean, it don't matter. If this was a building, it would matter, but it don't matter on this.
Right. Well, I guess my question was, does it have to be that tall? That's why.
To get the tractor in it? Well, I mean, if we want to get in it and walk, look. Like, there's only just a little bit of headspace
You
there.
can bend down, walk in it.
Well, I don't want to be walking in it like this.
I'm just saying.
Moving a chicken tractor
It's
around.
gonna be a chicken condo.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to get done today.
I wouldn't worry about, I mean, if you don't want to put a top on it, we would have to come down here and close the chicken door every night on their little
So that's
house.
what I'm thinking. Does it really need a top?
That's the only thing is if it didn't have a top, we'd have to close the chicken door. Because a raccoon will climb
Well, if
in
we
there.
don't put something on top, something will get in there. If we do put something on top, nothing will ever try.
Well, I'm all right with it as long as we'll close the chicken door.
I think we should try it without a top.
Okay.
And I know we stand a risk of losing something.
As long as we close the door at night.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll just have to. But they're going to be so close to the house, it's not like it's going to be that big a chore.
No, I don't mean that. That's my only thing is a raccoon could climb in
I agree, it could.
and get them.
Surely for a few months out of the year, we can stand to come down here and close the door.
Yeah. Just have to get back in the habit again.
Well, see, that's another thing is that I was thinking about was if something wanted to get in here bad enough, it could just dig under the fence.
It could.
So coming down here and closing the door every night probably ain't a bad idea.
True.
And see, what I'm thinking for this end is now that I see the post here, I can visualize it. I don't know how these people plan out stuff on paper all the time. I have to see it like this right here, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that's how this is going to work. But I could build me a frame that'll fit right up in here, and it'd be covered in the wire. And then to get in there, like with the tractor, all I have to do is zip out a couple of screws and set it to the side.
But it's not going to be a door.
It won't be a door.
So we'll get in through that door.
We'll walk in, I guess, over there. Or either we may just end up building a whole new thing to walk into. Actually, since we have these two good solid posts, might not be a bad idea just to build us a door like up there on the top side so we can come straight in.
Right here.
And we won't have to walk all the way around this.
Like right here.
Yeah.
I know. Whose idea was that to put that on the back side?
I don't know why we put it there. There
I
they
don't
come.
either.
They're getting it. Y'all got it, didn't you?
Yeah. Took us a while because Maggie was scared to step over and stuff with the ladder. Don't go so fast.
Good job, y'all.
Thank you so much.
I sure am enjoying the view from the office today. Got my dog, my cows, Andy, my chickens, the mountain. And it's such a pretty day.
It's a beautiful day.
Maggie's making dirt pies. What are you doing back there?
We were just sitting here envying all the people that live in the flatlands.
Yeah.
We're like, if we lived in the flatland, we wouldn't even have to be thinking this hard about how to do this. Living on a little bit of a slope. Now, that's one thing I'm sure y'all can't tell it's a slope right here because it's not a bad slope, but it's
bad enough.
It's bad enough to cause it problems. But
You couldn't put a swimming pool on it.
we ain't got a spot nowhere you could put it. Just set a swimming pool that's flat enough. Put it right there. Then you hold up on it, and I'll get over there on my other ladder and screw it in.
Okay.
Put it up there. Like, I don't know how we're gonna do this. We need one more person. You can't hold that up there, can you?
I mean, I can hold it like this.
Okay. Come my way. Like out. Out. There you go. Perfect. You ain't in the strain, are you?
I'm okay right now. Be careful. It's level. It's level just like
You think so?
Yeah.
So look, I'm making a red ice cream.
perfect.
Hey, that's perfect.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay. There's that one. We'll go get two more 2x4s.
Tell me when.
I think since we're gonna have that door over there, is there really a use in leaving this door here? Because the next 2x4 is gonna go right down through the middle of it.
No, I don't think so.
I don't see the point in it either, because we're gonna walk in from that side.
I see no reason to have that door.
Okay. We're making progress, slowly but surely, ain't we?
Oh yeah.
So I'm thinking we're getting low on 2x4s. So I'm thinking that I'm going to start tying this together right here, so the walls aren't quite as floppy, and that way it's at least firmed up. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
And then we got to figure out how we're going to go around this here building, because I want to come like off of this 2x4 and go right across the top, and then it'll have a corner right there and go back in to that 2x4. I can already tell this is going to be a lot nicer because I can walk in here.
Yep.
This feels good to be able to walk in here.
Absolutely.
So
and the reason we don't like, you know, a lot of people let their chickens free range. If we did that, y'all, we wouldn't have any chickens. The predator pressure here is ridiculous. That's why we keep them, one reason we keep them in the net. The loose roosters, you know, roosters are pretty tough, and they kind of take up for themselves a little more than the hens do.
well, they're more apt to get away from something too.
Yeah.
You even mess with a rooster when it's on the roost.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
yeah.
a lot more alert than a hen. A hen just sits there and lets anything go after.
Yeah, just if you want to eat me tonight, I guess it just will. You
But
know.
and the other thing is,
It's another way to make compost.
well, they scratch everywhere too. So like they've got
Yes.
all your mulch around the house will be scratched out into the yard. All the mulch around your trees is scratched out into the grass. I mean,
They're in your garden.
they just make a
eating all your
mess if they
plants.
free range, I think.
But now them roosters, they do their job. They stay out in the pasture scratching out the cow poop and stuff, because Tiger don't let them in the yard.
Yeah, she does keep them
But,
up.
but that's a reason we're doing this and putting all this effort into it. And plus, a really nice way to make some really good compost through the winter. I don't like putting them in the garden. We tried that before. And plus, we've got our fall garden up there this year, so we couldn't do that anyway.
Yeah. Well, you know, the grass ain't growing in the pasture right now, so that's one reason we want to pull them off of the pasture. And they're more apt to make a mud hole out there right now where the grass ain't growing.
Yeah.
And
Dig holes.
that too. But then also it's nice to have them centralized in one location.
For the slower, colder months.
Yeah, because we don't have to have water hoses stretched everywhere.
Yeah.
Where it's going to be freezing up and everything else. We got, you know, everything's going to be right here. The water hose is just like right there.
And once the grass starts growing again, they'll go back.
Yep.
Go back
And then this will stay empty till next fall.
And then we can utilize the dirt and everything else.
Yep, so our plan is to do like a deep bedding in here, and we'll layer this with wood chips, and once it starts getting nasty, we'll just cover more wood chips on top of it.
Yeah, and we've done that in the past, and it works very, very good as far as keeping smell down and the nastiness, and
well, that's what that is.
that's what that come from.
Yep, that's all from the wood chips that's been in here in years past, which has been about 2 years since we had chickens in here, ain't it? So I want to show you what we've done in a little bit of time that we wasn't filming here. So there's going to be a walk-in door right here. We'll swing it off one of these posts. And look, you can walk right into it. And then I'm going to have bottom boards coming from here across there to tie the wire to. There'll probably be a middle board right in here going all the way across so I can tie the wire to. And then, of course, all of this stuff sticking up is going to be cut off. That'll be gone. And then on this end here, I ain't figured out if I'm going to make like one big gate or one big door, or I'd also just thought about framing out an end for it, screwing it to the post, and then when I need to get in there with the tractor, I would just simply have to unscrew a couple of screws from each post and slide the end out, set the end out, and then set it back.
And while the chickens are in there, you'll probably, I mean, if they're in there for, say, 3 months, you'll probably get in there 3 or 4 times with the tractor, if even that much.
To put fresh wood chips
To put
in.
wood chips. So
And see, when we do that,
it's not like it's something we'll be doing every day.
right, and when we do
Yeah.
that, we can leave them locked up in their little coop and roll them out of there, go in with the tractor and put fresh wood chips,
Right.
and then put the coop back in there, screw the end in, and be done with it.
Sounds like a plan to me.
I know that does sound like a lot of work, but at the same time,
Well, that little house is
not.
nothing to move.
right,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be nothing to zip out like 3 screws on this side, 3 screws on that side, and have that whole end set out of there.
Yeah.
Just to sturdy everything up, I'm going to go ahead, like I said, and put the ones that'll tie from here to there. And we'll get them in there for now. And I guess we'll eventually have to make another trip to Lowe's.
Yeah.
We might not do it this weekend, but at least we've got started on it.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, this is one of those winter projects, one of the big winter projects. So.
Hey, and we're doing good because it's not even winter yet.
I know. I'm proud of us. I was kind of thinking that a while ago.
Yep. Well, look at how much firmer this just, I mean, I know it's still wobbly, but it's a lot, like right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I shake this and look at how much that moves.
Right.
Once we tie them together.
It'll be better.
And I can put a brace and that'll strengthen it up a whole lot. All right, it's getting ready to jump. There it goes. Watch your fingers. Here we go. I know exactly what I'll do. To really strengthen this up, the pieces I cut off the ends, I'll run them like cross braces right here. That way I ain't throwing them away.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, the nice thing about it will be when it's done, it's done.
That's all right.
Looks much better now. Get them posts cut off. So now, I'm going to take these, cut them at 45-degree angles and put them in there like that. Then that'll stiffen this whole thing up. Make some ice cream. That sounds good.
It'll be vanilla this time, though.
Vanilla ice cream's better than no ice cream. If I need more, then I'll take some of the other scraps that I have during it to do the rest. Yeah, it's amazing what little corner braces like this right here will do to a structure. Oh yeah, that's stiffening up big time. Well, guys, it's still not stiff, but it's a lot stiffer than it was. We still need to get a brace in this corner right here. These right here are really rigid because, well, you know, they got nice posts in the ground, so that ain't going nowhere right there. That's tight. But behind me here don't have no post. It's just 2x4s holding it up. So we need to get a couple more braces here, and then I say it'll probably be good. It'll be good enough for chickens anyways. It looks good from this end. As long as we stay on this end and look at it, it's good. My guess, from the last time we done this, I'm gonna say it'll take about 6 months to get some nice compost out of the bottom of that thing. You know, it does take a long time for wood chips to break down, but they'll be in there with that high nitrogen manure from the chickens, and that speeds up the process a whole lot more. So that's just something I can't remember, but I think it'll take about 6 months for that to happen. But anyways, I think this is all I'm going to do on this project right here today. I'm going to get my tools up and work on a few other things before it gets dark out here.
Well, guys, what better way to end a long, hard day than with some homemade ice cream. So we're going to make some vanilla ice cream tonight. We're having leftovers for supper, so I thought this would top it off just perfect. So we're going to start out with 2 cups of heavy cream. Now I'm just skimming the cream off of this milk. If you don't have raw milk, just buy you some heavy cream. 2 cups of heavy cream, and then just 2 cups of plain old milk. Now I'm going to add in 2 egg yolks. Usually I do 4 for my ice cream recipe, but the time of year it is, I'm lacking on eggs. I don't have the overabundance that I do in the spring and the summer. So we're just going to do 2 today. 1 egg yolk. 2 egg yolks. We're going to do 3/4 a cup of sugar. Now I'm going to shake this vanilla up because I want the little particles that usually sit on the bottom of this homemade vanilla. I'm going to do a little sprinkle of salt just to kind of intensify that flavor a little bit. Get all that mixed in. We're going to put this in our ice cream maker. This is a tabletop ice cream maker. I bought this for myself, I don't know, maybe back at the beginning of the summer or something like that. I hardly ever buy myself anything, but I seen this on Venison for Dinner's YouTube channel. Love her. Check her stuff out. A lot of the stuff you see me make, you hear me refer to her. But this right here has been the best money I ever spent. Y'all, Christmas is coming up. I'll put you a link down in the description. If there is an ice cream lover in your life that you don't know what to get them for Christmas, this right here is so easy. No ice, no freezing bowls. It's got its own condenser in it. It does it all. And it takes about an hour to make that ice cream. And that's all it is to it. We got about 30 minutes to go. So it says we got about 7 minutes left. This thing sounds like it's working hard, so I believe we're about to get done. Pull my little bucket out. Don't that look delicious? Now I'm going to scoop it into my little ice cream container here. Yeah, y'all see that texture there? That's what I'm talking about. Let's hit it to the freezer. And the best part about being the ice cream maker is you have to clean the pan. I mean, you have to clean all this stuff. And when you're the ice cream maker, that's the best part. Let's give it a try. That is wonderful, wonderful. But anyways, guys, I'm glad we got started on that chicken coop today. What you saw us do has took us most of the day. That's okay. So we're having leftovers tonight and some homemade ice cream. And that sounds fabulous to me. Anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Hope you might have learned a little something. Until we see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good one.